All right, so I just got done shopping at Walmart with my 8-year-old son. There he is. Wasn't a fun trip for him because I was looking for face primer and hair mask. Now I know that this is not my usual videos, but I am looking for suggestions on what to use. I am over 40. I am over 50. And I know that as you get older, the types of makeups that you should use to make yourself look good, not look old. I mean, I'm not trying to look super young, but I don't want to look older than I am. Change. So it changes over time, like whether you use a powder or a liquid or a cream or all these things. But I don't understand it all. And you get people out there on the internet saying all different kinds of things about all different types of makeup based on what they're selling. So in the past, I've used a face primer and it hasn't seemed to make any difference in how my makeup lays on my face. And so I haven't used it for a long time. And someone said to me the other day that I should try a face primer because it would help smooth out my makeup or use less or make it go further. I don't know, whatever the things are that she said and that they said. And so I'm shopping for a face primer. There weren't a whole lot of options at Walmart. But I feel like my biggest problem with makeup is, and this is really why I don't wear it that much, I find something that I like and it's pricey, typically. So I like, I have in the past liked the Il Makiage makeup. I also like the It foundation. I don't know if they're the best for my aged skin, but so if anybody has any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. But I also don't like the price tag. I don't like to spend, I think if I were to buy everything at one time, you're talking about several $100s at a pop, like maybe $300 to $400. That's a lot of money. And I don't like spending money on makeup that much. So I don't wear it that often. And so because I don't wear it, I don't get practiced, I don't know, Anyway, all that to say, if anybody has any suggestions about what type of foundation, primer, do I use it, should I use an eye primer? All those things. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. But the other thing that I was looking for is a hair mask. And I had been using a Moroccan oil hair mask. And again, it's just pricey. So I really liked the results. And it did last me a while, but what I'm really looking for is something to keep my ends healthier. So again, any suggestions, I'd love to hear them on that. I may just go back to that tried and true, I guess, thing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Anyway, so as I'm contemplating these makeup questions, if you've made it this far, I appreciate your time and attention. But as I'm contemplating this, many struggles inside of me go on. Like, I don't have, a lot of money. I'm on a limited budget. We do okay, but it's a limited budget. So should I even be spending, these are the questions that I ask myself, should I even be spending any money on makeup at all? Is that something I should do? I bought some new nail polish. Don't really like this color. That was for the Seahawks, but that's over. So I bought a bottle of nail polish, and I'll make that last a really long time because I don't like spending money on nail polish. Should I be spending money on nail polish? I don't spend money on getting my nails done. I would like to, but I don't have money for that. So I have to be cautious about how I'm spending my money. But there's a part of me that considers these things to be self-care. And we can get into things in the Bible about selfishness and looking at self instead of looking at others. And many people can take many sides on this. And there's a part of that I understand. Like, if I am spending money that I don't have on myself, that should be spent on others, my family, then that is probably wrong. At the same time, taking care of ourselves means a lot of things. I mean, if I didn't shower or use soap or shampoo, people would think I'm not taking care of myself. I would be considered somebody who, you know, doesn't practice any type of self-care, which can contribute to anxiety, can contribute to depression, can contribute to, you know, all kinds of lack of self-worth. And those are physical things that we do to take care of ourselves that show other people, right, that we love ourselves. But there's a line that's to be drawn, and sometimes I find that to be a difficult line based on where I'm at and what I'm thinking and what's going on in the world around me, what Bible verses I've read lately, what kinds of things that I am going to be working through and I'm struggling with, and all those things. I think that self-care is definitely important, but relying on the Lord for our peace and our joy is also important. But if you've ever woke up and spent the entire day in your pajamas, you know that it might feel good at first, but then you feel kind of lazy. And if you do that for multiple days in a row, you'll notice that no matter what you're doing, like, you might still be spending time in the Word and enjoying God's Word and whatever, but that energy level and that self is the wrong word, but your just the motivation, your motivation will start to decline. When you get dressed and you get up in the morning and you shower and you get dressed and you put on your makeup if that's what, and you do your hair, that takes you to a different level of feeling like you are taking care of the body that God has given you. And it's important that we do that, take care of the body that God has given us through exercise, through feeding it, through cleanliness. But beyond that, even the Bible, we see women, you know, preparing themselves, taking care of themselves, using perfume, using makeup, using all those things that make them feel good about their physical appearance. But none of that matters if your heart is ugly. Your spiritual well-being and your spiritual appearance is definitely far more important than your physical appearance. But let's not pretend that our physical appearance is not important, because we set ourselves up for failure. So if you're the kind of person who needs a boost, try doing all the things. Getting up in the morning, showering, putting on fresh clothes, not sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Put on a pair of real pants, put on a nice shirt, put on a vest, put on some real shoes, do something with your hair, wash your face, just wear mascara, just do a little something for yourself, and see how, if you do that day after day, you'll begin to feel a revived energy, physical energy in your body. And that as you are working on your spirit and growing in grace and truth with the Lord, and you are feeling good spiritually and you are looking good physically, it's a whole package and it's beautiful. I hope that this hit somebody today where they need to be. It can be a sticky and dicey conversation, because we will tend to start to look at, but I shouldn't be focused on self, and just being in the Word and being with the Lord should be enough to keep me fulfilled. And we're not talking about fulfillment, but we're talking about taking our physical body and making it feel good. If I spend all my time in the world and I never eat, I'm still going to get sick. If I spend all my time in the Word, loving the Lord and feeling joy about that, but I never get off the couch, I'm going to get fat and my muscles are going to atrophy. We must take care of ourselves both physically and spiritually. And that means our appearance too. It matters. I thank you for listening to me and spending this time with me. I love sharing my thoughts, my feelings, and my content. I know not everybody likes my type of content, and that's okay. I really am just looking for people who are like-minded with me, who are going to find meaning in what I have to say, and being able to share how my everyday life and my walk with the Lord impacts everything that I do. The way that I drive, the way that I parent, the way that I shop, the things that I do with my physical body, my spiritual body, my home. Don't look at my home, it's a mess. We gotta go there someday, but not today. So I hope that you are having a really great day and that you will tune in again next time. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like or heart button depending on the platform that you're watching it on, and we'll see you real soon. Bye now.